If you're anything like me as a hand spinner, then you get really obsessed with the different colours and combinations that you can get, and you love to play with your blending board. But it can get a little bit expensive. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I work with lap waste, which is a really inexpensive way of having lots of colours and lots of combinations that you can play with. I'll show you how I sort them into colours, blend them, and then spin them into different yarns. So welcome to the channel. I'm Becca and I talk about wool and gardening and crafting and just generally being creative. So you're very welcome. So this is what I'm working with at the moment. It is a multi-strand yarn that I span, and there you go, I am just knitting it into a cardigan at the moment. And this is all lap waste. So this is all come off the end of mill runs when they're carding and blending. This all came from World of Wool, which I will link in the description below. So let's go outside so we've got some really good daylight so you can see the colours properly, and we'll just go through this box that I ordered about 2 weeks ago now. I have had a very quick look at it, but I haven't actually put it into the different colour combinations. So I'll go outside and we'll have a look and see what we've got. So here is our 500 grams of lap waste, as I say, from World of Wool, and just see what we've got. So we've got a really good mixture of different fibres, some natural. I mean, that looks, I was going to say it looks a bit like Gotland, but I don't think it is Gotland actually, but it's, you know, it's a natural coloured fibre, which is nice. Oh, dusty pink, that's pretty. Yeah, we like that one. And some nice turquoises and blues, which I actually have a bag on the go of what I'm calling peacock colours. So we're going to have a pile over here that's going to be our peacock colours. So I think that works quite well. Peacock, oh, lovely, bit of silk. Oh, lovely. So that's our peacock colours. We could possibly put that in, but actually that black is going to be a bit strong, so we won't. But what we will do is we'll start another pile over here. And there we go, we've got our sort of blacks, and I think the greys would be nice in that. We've got some nice greys. There we go, and we can probably put in our natural one as well, black. And oh, this feels like it's got a fair amount of silk in it as well, so that is another nice combination. So that's a little pile there. And then we've got some pinks. Now, pink and red does not always work. But so what I think I will do is I'll separate that out and maybe do a hot sort of oranges and reds, and we will have some pinks and burgundies. Now you see, is that orange or is that burgundy? Yeah, I think that needs to be in a red pile, doesn't it? And a little bit of brown, that might be quite nice. I think that looks quite nice together. Oh, some hot pinks. Oh, lovely, just my colours. And then we've got some more sort of pinky greys. Then this feels as though, I'm not 100%. You see, that could be, yeah, I'm not quite sure what that is. That could be bamboo, maybe. Anyway, I think we'll put it over with the blacks and greys to give a bit of contrast. And then we've got the oranges and reds. Yeah, that is not a great combination, so I'm going to put those to one side and have a think about those. So that is sort of the first sort, and then I will show you other things I've got, and we'll we'll make up some blends. So I'll see you in a moment. So this is another partly used bag, and so I'm actually now, because I've got some more fibre, I'm going to sort this again. So we're putting the grey, actually this white, no we won't put this white with the grey, we will have a separate white. So we've got a nice natural sort of dark brown. What is that? That could be Jacob. That will go in that pile. Oh, we've got some more nice purples. So we could definitely add that to our pinky purple one. And oh, the green, that is going to go into our peacock blend. And a nice bit of pinky in there, so it's pinky. Now grey. I really like these colour combinations, the grey and the pink. I think that works well together. So they're going to go with the pinks. Then we've got some sort of blacks and browns that can go in the black and brown. Now, this green, I'm quite tempted to actually split this and have a little bit in the peacock blend, and the rest of it I think can go in the blacky brown. And then we are still left with our difficult reds. So what have we got here? Yeah, these are going to be a little more challenging. So we're going to come back to those, and I'm just going to put them to one side, and maybe with the next lot of lap waist I buy, might have some different colours. Red and brown, that can work. Red and blue can look good actually, so we can have some reds and blues. That might be a nice combination. But for today, and for what we're doing today, I'm going to just put those to one side, and then we're going to get on with the blending. And we are going to do our peacock blend, or what I'm calling a peacock blend. And those are going to be the fibres that we use. So by the magic of editing, we'll get the blending board out. So this is my blending board, made by my retired engineer father out of a Ashford replacement card for a drum carder, and a piece of ply. I mean, my goodness, who knows where the piece of ply came from? One of his many building projects, no doubt. And that handle sort of looks like it came off something he did in the kitchen. I don't know. Anyway, it was made out of reclaimed materials that he already had, and then he stapled the new cloth to it. And I've been using it for about 3 years now, no, 4 years now, and I love it. And it was considerably cheaper than buying a brand new one. I have dowels, which are just, you know, buy them in the DIY shop, and then very technical, a paintbrush. So all a bit Heath Robinson, but it works for me. And I think that is one of the most important things about craft. You have to just work out what works for you, and don't worry about what anybody else thinks or does or tells you is right. It's right if it's right for you. Right, so a lot of rights in that sentence. Anyway, here we go. So some of your lap waist is going to be nice and even, and you could split it down into pencil rovings and spin a really even yarn. Some of it is going to be a bit sort of matted, and I mean you could definitely spin off this without too much trouble, but you're not going to get the world's smoothest yarn probably. But for this, I don't really mind that. So let's speed this up, otherwise this video is going to be immensely long. So there we go. And I've about half filled the tines. I don't like to overfill them because I think it puts a bit of stress on them when you're pulling out the row legs, and I want this to last, so I don't overfill them, and I just make smaller, more row legs. And again, that's just my way of doing it, and this isn't a how to make row-legs video, this is how I use lap waist video. And again, it is not how to spin video, this is how I use lap waist when in my spinning. I probably will never make a how to spin video because I've been looking at these how to spin videos and they're really technical, and I just don't spin in that really technical way. I spin for myself, I'm not a production spinner, nobody's buying what I'm spinning, it's just for me. So I think that probably is not going to be something I do. Anyway, I digress. So let's just pull off a row lag, and then what I will do is I will just, at the end of the video, drop in a few pictures of the finished results. Otherwise, you know what, just the video ends up being so long and I don't really want that. I want you to come here, get a little bit of inspiration to go off and try a few of these things yourself. My motto with anything that you're doing creatively, and I said it earlier in the video, is do what works for you. And there you go. So that's not a huge row lag, but and then when I'm spinning that, I'll probably pre-draft it a little bit. As I say, I will drop some pictures of the spinning in. And there you go. That is how I use lap waist to make up coloured, joyful, blended art yarns. And quite often what I'll do is I'll ply them with one ply of the colours and one ply with white. That works really well. And I look forward to hearing in the comments how you've got on with using lap waist. And I'll see you really soon.